What's up again? It's me again, Chow. So we are having some conversation about the tactic cards right now, and then a few are asking what which card are best to use because of this. Okay, so the game give us some of this for I don't know, maybe a compensation about the cards, since I think most are not happy on what they did about the cards, to taking out the battle cards, and then the what you call this, resources cards. So this is again for my personal opinion. So let's tackle first the attacker cards. So there are only few, just four attacker cards. This one, Warmind, and this one, Wind Rusher. So for me, it goes with pair. So the best choice for me as a free to play, it depends on your situation actually. So for me, the best card for me is this card, the Wind Rusher pair. So why? Because this is the rule is easy to achieve. Actually, it's easy to use. After using this skill, the commander and nearby allies gain 30% march speed for 60 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So, meaning 3 by 3 is this. So, from here, Barnick, JC, and Catnip, that's 3. And then from Catnip, what do you call this? Sends, and me, that's also 3. So, 3 by 3. So, that is the range of the skill. So, let's say I used my skill, so these guys will get the march speed boost. Okay, so if Barnick used his, then these guys will gain the buff. Okay, so let's say I used mine, and then RJ then sends. So we will gain 90% 90% march speed boost for 1 minute. Yes, 60 seconds, 1 minute. So it goes along with this is the discard. In PvP, offensive battles on the world map, for every 50% march speed, uh, squad morale increased by 5%, stacking up to 3 times. So, meaning if you manage to gain 150, so you'll gain 5% each, 15%, 15% morale on your squad. Okay, so that's an easy explanation. It's easy to hit the three stacks. So that's for me. Then this is actually good if you are a whale, the war mind. Okay, so why? Because after winning a PvP battle on the world map, the squad gains 3% morale, expires after returning to base, stacks up to 5 times. So meaning if you manage to burn an enemy base or any base on the world map, you'll gain 3% morale. Then if you manage to burn him or other bases 5 times in a row without returning that squad into your base, you'll gain 15%. Okay? 15% morale until that squad return to your base, and then uh, the 5 stack will be reset, and then you will have to do it again. So why is it that good for me as a free to play? So let me explain this way. So this is my main squad. It's only 50.38 m. So it's not that strong for me because others are. a lot stronger, like 55M, 60 or 65M, and some are over 70. So if uh, if I manage to burn a 45M defense, uh, there will be some casualties on my squad. Unlike a 70M burning me, that would be very less casualty, like 5-10 troops per attack. So very less casualty. Unlike for me, since this is just I think the standard or average power on your main. Let's say I found 45M defense, a base with a 45M defense on his wall. So I managed to burn him once. I will have more casualties than a 70M or uh, a 55M burning my base. So meaning I can't continuously attack that base uh, 5 times to get the 15% stack. Okay? Do you get it? So I need to return to my base to refill or reload my troops because some of my troops already died for the first battle and the second, and I don't even know if I can burn him the second time. Okay, so it's not that advisable as a free to play. It's not that advisable for us. So if you are a whale with 70M or 80 or if it's 65M power or above, this is actually advisable for you. So you'll be just keep you can keep your main squad outside your base uh, and keep on attacking everyone around you, burning them, sending them flying without with just less casualty. Then to pair this, if you pair more this Warmind morale boost with this rapid rescue, after using the skill, winning a PvP battle on the world map restores 60% lightly wounded units from that battle for 180 seconds. So 180 seconds, 3 minutes. I just don't remember if it's really 3 minutes since I already upgraded mine. Oh wait, let's look at mine. Yeah, it's already 180. I don't know if it's less because I have mine at level upgraded mine once. So basically what this do is it will restore the lightly wounded units for that battle. So meaning if I lost I after I attack 45M defense, I will lose, let's say, 1,000 troops, and then this skill will restore 60% of the troops I lost. So that's 600. Then I will only lose 400 troops. Then I can attack again. Okay, so still that 400 troops is huge for a player like me. So I still need to return to my base and refill my troops so that I have a better chance of winning after the for my next attack. So this is actually the best card for whales, and this is the best card for free to play. Okay, then for the defensive cards, these four are the defensive cards. So, but actually for me, it's for my personal opinion only. I do like this card for the skill that is like the instant gather or of the engineer profession. So it will immediately clear an RSS nodes. So for this one, this is also really good if you are a war freak, always running low on troops. So reduce commander's unit training time by 20% for 180 seconds after using this skill. So it's like the capital buff. This one, Secretary of Defense. So it will increase your training speed. Okay, so it's like an instant Secretary of Defense buff from the capital. Okay, so this one is the actual these two is the actual good cards. So it's nice to have this card, and this card even if it's just one one pair, one piece of each card, just to have the skill, but the cooldown will mess you up actually. So after using that skill, you need to wait for the cooldown so you can replace it. But for the actual battle, this is a lot better. At the beginning of the defensive support battle in the world map, the squad unit gain 1.5% morale. Each ally with this skill in the defense support target group increase this effect by 1.5, stacking up to 9 times. So that's 1.5. 9, no, 12%. So, wait, 1.53, 12%, maybe? No, that's 13.5%. So 13.5% morale boost. So, depends upon target group, increase effect, which actually it doesn't have the range. It doesn't have the range. Depends support. But I think it's when you are inside doing defense support. It's like this. When uh, uh, when I reinforce RJ, and then the other members reinforcing him are equipped with the same cards, this card, we will have 1.5 morale boost for each, stacking up to 9 times. So it's actually good for capital war. uh, what else, faction war, when you're reinforcing your let's say alliance building. And then for faction war, when you are attacking and you are enforcing your warlord until he lands your nuke. Okay, so this is actually the same. After using the skill, commander and 3 by 3 allies gain 4% to HP attack and defense for 60 seconds while performing defense support, stacking up to 3 times. So that's actually 3 by 3. So this has a range, unlike for this card, it doesn't have a range because you only need to reinforce, and everyone inside reinforce inside the building, or an ally reinforcing will gain the 1.5% morale boost. While for this one, the difference is how you can uh, the process on how you can gain the buff. So that's the 3 by 3 allies gain 4% uh, for each allies who activate the skill. So that's stacking for 3 times. So that's only 3. You only need 3 allies to cast the skill. So let's say again, this is a 3 by 3. Okay? So if let's say this is a faction duel, and then Mikey is our warlord, and he is launching the nuke. So we need to reinforce him. Then if I use that skill, then RG use his skill also, and since also uses his skill, will gain 12% boost, since we are around the 3 by 3. But if Barnick, RJ, and me use the skill, I will only have 8% of the HP, attack and defense boost, because we are not inside Barnick's 3 by 3 range. Okay? So RJR is inside my 3 by 3 range. He is also inside my 3 by 3 range. So you need to have the 3 by 3 range to gain the boost. So that's how you get the buff. Unlike for the other one, you just reinforce. Then if you have that card, you will immediately get the buff. Okay? So this is the actual battle defensive cards that is actually usable. So I do use these cards whenever I am reinforcing my allies or the capital or the alliance center. But this card is really useful if to train troops, and then for resources, yes, this is also useful. But for battles, I don't really uh, suggest these cards. So only for training troops or etc. But during war day, I do suggest use these. So that's why I said it's nice to have one of these and then one of these also. So during off days of this battle, so I'd rather equip this and retrain my troops after losing some during during Saturday or war day. But during war day, I'd rather use this. Okay, so that's my quick explanation for the tactic card. So it's up to you which card are you going to use. By the way, this card is only for PBE, okay, for monsters. So if you want to hit world boss, yes, do equip this. Or if you are doing actually the golden zombie event, so that's why I'm using it right now. So do equip this. This will still help you, even though it will help you just a little, but still it's 0.30% damage reduction. Okay. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you, and see you again on the next video. Bye bye.